All right, latest on the Venezuelan crisis, the country's President Nicolas Maduro has announced that he is cutting all diplomatic ties with the neighboring country, Colombia. Maduro has asked all Colombian diplomats to leave the country within the next 24 hours. This comes at a time when opposition leader Juan Guaido launched an effort to bring international humanitarian aid into the country from Colombia. Maduro has been angered by Colombia's support to Guaido. He refers to Colombian President Ivan Duque as the devil.
No puedo seguir soportando, no podemos seguir soportando que se preste el territorio de Colombia para una agresión contra Venezuela. Por eso he decidido romper todas las relaciones políticas y diplomáticas con el gobierno fascista de Colombia, y todos sus embajadores y cónsules deben salir en 24 horas de Venezuela. ¡Fuera de aquí la oligarquía!
After Maduro's announcement, Colombia's foreign minister says that the country will withdraw its diplomats as soon as possible.
Colombia no reconoce la legitimidad del usurpador Maduro. Colombia reconoce al presidente Juan Guaidó, a quien le agradece la invitación que hace a los funcionarios diplomáticos y consulares colombianos a permanecer en territorio venezolano. No obstante, con el fin de preservar la vida e integridad de los funcionarios colombianos, dispondrá su viaje a Colombia a la mayor brevedad.
And now the Venezuelan opposition's efforts to bring in aid has descended into chaos. Venezuelan security forces fired tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse a crowd that demanded to cross the Venezuela-Colombia border. Venezuelan government supporters tried to block the bridge between Colombia and Venezuela. Men threw rocks at opposition supporters attempting to cross beneath the bridge. Trucks attempting to humanitarian aid into the country from Colombia went up in flames, sending plumes of dark smoke into the air. Hundreds have been injured in the clashes. Meanwhile, at the border with Brazil, at least 3 people have been killed in the clashes. A boat carrying aid from the U.S. territory of Puerto Rico had to turn back after receiving a direct threat of fire from Venezuela's military. While the civilians continue to demand the entry of food and medicine at the borders, Maduro has rejected aid from Brazil and Colombia. He has dismissed it as a show and pretext for a U.S. invasion. Meanwhile, the U.S. has threatened new sanctions on Venezuela if aid is not allowed to reach the civilians in the country. National Security Advisor to the United States, John Bolton, asked the military to help the civilians. He tweeted, and I quote, "Venezuela's military has a choice: embrace democracy, protect civilians and allow in humanitarian aid, or face even more sanctions and isolation," unquote. In fact, U.S. President Donald Trump also took to Twitter saying that U.S. stands with the people of Venezuela. He said that the people of Venezuela stands at the threshold of history, ready to reclaim their country and their future.
The people of Venezuela stand at the threshold of history, ready to reclaim their country and to reclaim their future. The people of Venezuela are standing for freedom and democracy, and the United States of America is standing right by their side. Socialism promises a better future, but it always returns to the darkest chapters of the past. So today I ask every member of the Maduro regime, set your country free. Now is the time for all Venezuelan patriots to act together as one united people. We know what freedom can do in Venezuela because we have seen that future right here. We are born free, and we will stay free now and forever. The people of Venezuela.
Meanwhile, Juan Guaido, Colombia's Ivan Duque and OAS head Luis Almagro condemned violence on the Colombia-Venezuela border. Guaido said that it was President Nicolas Maduro's responsibility to protect every Venezuelan.
Desplegaron irregulares en territorio venezolano, disparando armas de fuego para tratar de detener lo que ha sido inevitable detener. Ya entró parte de la ayuda humanitaria.
Meanwhile, Guaido also urged the country's military officials to change sides and help bring aid into the country. Reports suggest that about 60 Venezuelan security forces have defected to Colombia in order to help the civilians.
Ustedes, tenientes, sargentos,